Hello and welcome to the last game of round 1 that we're going to see. The other one is Saduga versus Rock, where Saduga couldn't make it because of illness or excessive drinking or something. But here we're going to have Lushan playing a Seraphim going first air. You can see he's going no pigeons yet, a 3 mask extractors air. And he's taking on Freshy, who's UEF. And you can see UEF going first land, 3 pigeons, 3 mask extractors. And you can actually see 3 pigeons, 3 mask extractors. For a first game where the players aren't rushing on that Hydra. So this will be the last game on this map for this tourney. It's been a pretty painful map for people. We've seen so many mistakes. That's really been the pattern in this first round. If you make a mistake against a good player, you're going to lose very quickly. And even good players make mistakes. That made for very small games. So we just got a bomber coming out, the very first bomber, minute 120. This is extremely early from Lushan. Now coming out, it looks like it is going to target the NG at the Hydra. And first pass, first kill. Let's see if we can get more kills on the second pass. Yeah, this NG going was planning on getting mask extractors, but now get taken out. You see Freshy's not too happy about that. And you can see finally the Hydra for Lushan. And it actually takes out the third NG. That was a very early NG trying to get the mass. In the middle gets taken out by Lushan's bomber, now the force pass. This is an excellent bomber from Lushan. 4 passes and 5 kills. About to get the 6th on the scout. So he won't even let Freshy come into his base and check out what he's doing. 6 kill bomber from Lushan. He's got another bomber coming out as well. And the ACU for Lushan going to the middle. You can see Freshy here has only 1 engine now. Just got the second. He's going to spam a whole bunch of T1. He's going to get a lot of T1 land here. Finally got his ACU out of the base. 2 land factories. Going to expand to the side. You can see now Lushan using both of his bombers. They got radar. These are going to be scouts looking for any expansions to the side bases. And you can see now Lushan is going to get all this mass from the middle. It's going to be a huge advantage. See Freshy now going to the sides. Once he gets that PD, this could be a pretty good asset for him. Now here comes our bomber from very beginning, gets 2 more kills, nearly kills a tank. That's been probably the best bomber of the first round. Definitely the best bomber. And now here it is. This is the dead bomber inside this factory. You can see Freshy is still working on his air factory. This is minute 4. It has 3 land and about to get the 4th once he gets a few engines that he can actually build. You can see for Lushan things are going much better. He's got plenty of power. He's working on his 4th land and he is upgrading mask extractors to T2 since he's got so much mass from the middle. So if we compare here, coming up on minute 5, nearly 4,000 reclaimed for Lushan. Fresh at 550. So early on, that's just huge mass advantage, and the bombers just keep on coming from Lushan. This bomber is nearly dead, only 2 health. And here come first attacking units from Freshy going into the middle, run into the ACU. So far things haven't been going very well for Freshy at all. Now he's trying to establish a stronghold here. The expansion getting the PD. The bottom expansion is definitely going to go to Lushan. Got plenty of tanks there, plus an NG in the vicinity. Interesting place to put a radar here in the back. I guess it's very safe. And map control is shifting in Lushan's favor. He's controlling the middle with the ACU, the side with units, and now we're seeing first interceptors coming out from Freshy. He's actually going to scout and see what Lushan's got, and what he's going to see is a lot of T1 land, T2 mask extractors, and superior air force. The bombers keep on bombing for Lushan. And now first land raids for Lushan into Freshy's base. He's got about 7 or 8 tanks moving in. You can see that Freshy is having power problems. He had to stop air production. And that looks like Freshy will have enough units to defend, and Lushan pulls out. However, on the other side, 5 more tanks, 6 more, plus some arty coming in, putting pressure on Freshy. pressure. Yeah, Freshy's going to lose a few edges here trying to make a factory, maybe lose a few factories. And now Freshy pulls his ACU back into the base. It's really a massive uphill battle for Freshy at this point. You can see a wall built by Lucian here. Not clear why. I guess he doesn't want any raiding from the Freshy's expansion. And now the ACU for Lucian moving in on Freshy's base. It's going to be a very important choke point here. There's going to be a lot of dead units. Lucian with 13 kills. Freshy cleans up the back choke point at his base with the ACU. And you can see in terms of map control, most of the map's controlled by Lucian, all entirely the middle, the bottom, and we'll see what happens to this expansion. And now Lucian's units are moving into Freshy's base. This is a good defensive point for Freshy. However, if you can get a few T1 PDs, a few arty, push with his ACU again. He is pushing with his ACU through this choke point. Yeah, we just saw an overcharge. Excellent overcharge from Freshy. 14 kills now from Freshy, and here come the units. And if Lucian makes a mistake here, it looks like he does have plenty of units coming in. He can be in a little bit of trouble. Now Freshy pushing out. Lucian at 20 kills, Freshy at 15. Freshy attacking the ACU. And it looks like the spam from Lucian is just too much. All those units that came out for Freshy just got killed. Freshy retreating. Still 15 kills hitting the ACU, and more units coming out for Freshy. So a pretty even fight here at the choke point. However, it doesn't look like these units from Freshy are going to be very effective. They're just basically feeding Lucian veterans at this point. You can see the spam from Freshy. Actually, I know Lucian T2 coming out for Lucian. He's got some Yoshivas. Yoshivas just might shift this fight. We also see a transport from Lucian. He's going to pick up a couple arties and drop on Freshy's expansion. So that's going to be interesting to see. Now Freshy moving out. 20 kills and a lot of wrecks here for Freshy, so he can maybe recover by getting a whole bunch of mass. We see a pretty big T1 land spam from Freshy, getting more T1 land factors. Here comes a drop from Lucian. He's got some arty in here. He can try to take out this T1 PD. That's going to make this top base very vulnerable. Also some units sneaking in around the side for Lucian. And this fight here just keeps on raging on. 32 kills for Lucian, 30 for Freshy, and Freshy actually retreating very hard here. Back to the base, going quite low on health. We see a T2 PD being constructed by Lucian in the vicinity. This will really fortify this area that Freshy will not push out of his base. Actually, it looks like, yeah, so this top base here for Freshy in very big trouble. Multiple tanks. Lucian is repairing his units with his ACU. That's pretty nice to see. But this choke point is going to be very difficult to break. Although this arty, you can see the Seraphim arty getting a lot of kills on that one. Massive amount of kills. Yeah, so things going pretty bad for Freshy. He really fell behind with that T1 bomber, and now just fighting for his life, and now running into some Yoshivas, as well as a T2 PD getting some kills. Freshy moving out with the ACU, trying to get a little more mass. Now runs into a Yoshiva. You can see 9 kills, plus some T2 flak. Freshy retreating, 34 kills. He's going to keep on retreating, but now this T1, T2 force. 15 kill Yoshiva is just a murderer. Now they're just chasing Freshy's ACU down into Freshy's base. You see that overcharge took out some Yoshivas. Now 39 kills, 40 kills, but 12 kill Yoshiva, 17, and some arty. Now Freshy, minute 14, finally succumbs to too much pressure. So really, Lucian won that game with that first bomber, and the rest was just Freshy fighting for his life. So hope people enjoyed it. So now we're off to round 2.